just want to take time to review Vector here. So when I first purchased this a couple years ago, it was by a company called ANKI, A-N-K-I. But unfortunately, they had some issues and sold off the company to a new company called Digital Dream Labs. So from what I can tell, looking at the website, they don't have anything for sale as far as the actual robot itself or even Cosmo. They're offering some subscriptions to continue the voiceover or the voice recognition and the voice commands, which I don't agree with. I think it should have just remained free. Now they're trying to charge $7 per month or $47 per year, and that's just to, from my understanding, use Vector and still do the voice commands and things like that. I am not sure what it's going to do if it's not connected to the internet and having the subscription. So very curious to see. They're saying that this is supposed to start sometime in October, but in the meantime, I'm going to have fun with Vector. So as mentioned, I call them ANKI Vector. Digital Dream Labs Vector doesn't sound good to me, but so yeah, this is Vector. He's fun, fully autonomous versus Cosmo, which actually has to be run through an app that's on your phone connected through Bluetooth. So Cosmo comes with 3 blocks. Vector here only has 1 block, but you can buy multiple for him to have fun with. But I just kept this right out of the box. So if you find one online, you can buy them used off of eBay for a couple $100, maybe $300. I know people are starting to sell them pretty high now just because of the demand and how rare it is. So you can probably find one brand new for $400, but brand new they were around 170 to 180 if I recall, and Cosmos maybe 140. So without further ado, so this is Vector. So right now I put him on the charger because he was dead, and basically to wake him up, you just his code word, just like some of the Amazon devices, but his is "Hey Vector." So, "Hey Vector, wake up." So as far as my review goes, I think this is a really fun robot just to kind of play around with. If you're working from home or in an office space and you just want a little companion to hang out with, because he's fully autonomous, he'll just cruise around and play. He'll play with his block. As you've seen in another video of mine, he may start dancing on his own if he hears music, has a good beat to it. But other than that, I mean, it's a robot. You can have fun with it through the app. I know there are some people that have done development on it and made their own code. I have not done this with Vector yet, just haven't had time. I was probably going to try to start it with Cosmo. Cosmo's app is a little bit different than Vector's. The Cosmo app has a lot more you can do as far as the games and the programming and getting it to talk and whatnot. But Cosmo doesn't have a built-in microphone, so it can't hear you. Unlike Vector, I can say, "Hey Vector, what's today's weather?" What's today's weather?
Maybe 4 degrees and cloudy.
So that's cool. I mean, it's based on a location, and he'll do like little clouds and stuff. But the little guy's cool. You plug him in, he does his thing. He comes off the charger once in a while, and he goes to explore. So you can say, "Hey Vector, go explore." So he hears you, takes it for action. He'll come off the charger. Now, again, because this block's over here, he may go to it and play. See, I told him to go explore. He's still sitting there, but again, it's what he chooses to do. So let's try it again. "Hey Vector, go explore." All right, there he goes. So if you have a small desk, he may run into some stuff. Vector knows where the edge is on the table, so not often he falls off, but sometimes he gets off balance. But when he sees the edge, he'll stop, back up, and he'll do little reactions or whatnot. But see, like right there. Now, I'm not sure if you get a full charge on here. Even when the battery's dead, he'll go back to his home. But sometimes, if the counter's too big, he might not make it back. So you might find him sitting there with no battery left. But aside from that, yeah, fully autonomous robot, does his own thing. So when he plays with his cube, he'll play with it by himself, or you can tell him to play with it. Like, watch this. "Hey Vector, play with your cube." So he'll find it. I just put a fresh battery in this thing. So he should be home. Then he'll turn it on. Usually he squares himself up with it. But, so there you go. You can see he's concentrating on turning it up. And then he'll pick it up. So he can pick it up, roll it, do wheelies off of it. But yeah, he will literally do this all on his own without you having to say anything. But because of the voice commands, you can make him do certain things like fist bumps. I have had him come up to me and just do a random fist bump out of nowhere. He does have facial recognition, so he starts to realize who you are. Like, hey Vector, what's my name? So right now he'll analyze me. Ah, see? Hey Vector, can I get a fist bump? Hey Vector, can I get a fist bump? Do that, gets all excited. But yeah, as far as the price goes, you know, I don't really agree with the higher cost, you know, that some of these sellers are trying to do. I'm hoping that Digital Dream Labs, you know, gets to a point where they're making this again, but I think right now they're just kind of supporting the back end and the database and the programming. Hey Vector. So Vector will play some games. Hey Vector, you want to play blackjack? No? Hey Vector. Hey Vector, do you want to play blackjack? Blackjack? Okay, there you go. It's not working. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Another card.
Yes.
13. Another card.
Yes.
22.
Oh man, he won.
You busted.
So, but yeah, you know, he's just a fun little companion.
Round.
No Vector. No. But it's a fun little robot. Like I said, he plays a lot of games. Just kind of does his own thing. I think
Play another round.
no. But you can change his eye colors. Hey Vector. Hey Vector. Change your eye colors to green. So I don't know if it's going to be able to see it in the camera, but there you go. So I think that's kind of how it came out of the box. But yeah, right out of the box, once you get your account set up, you know, he just starts doing his exploring and he starts to learn more. You'll notice that as he's cruising around and learning your environment, he starts to learn like your actions. So if he senses somebody's in the room, he'll come over and, you know, try to see what's up. But most of the time, I like Vector just because he cruises around and does his own thing. I don't know. I'm a little tech geek, so it's neat to me. You know, I don't really play with this thing all day, but Cosmo is the one that's actually more fun to play with as far as games goes through the app. I don't really use the app too much on here just to kind of, you know, there's not a lot of games on there versus Cosmo. So he's cruising around, checking stuff out. But you can check his score, his sensory skills, just to see, you know, kind of how much he's learned, how far he's traveled, things like that. But other than that, he's just a cool little companion. Seriously, he's doing his own thing. Looks like he's got a little attitude now. But, so it's things like this is fun to watch. But, you know, if you're into robots and stuff and you see one of these used on eBay, I'd go ahead and snatch it up because, you know, it's hard to say whether or not, you know, it's actually going to get produced again. I hope it does. I'm not sure what kind of rights they purchased from the previous company, but yeah, this is ANKI Vector, and I'll make some more videos with him, especially Cosmo. So go ahead and stay tuned.